Minmus, we're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds. The sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadouts checked, our nerves are tight. It's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. They're too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? In the fray, canopy's gone as the swarm comes to play. Heat overwhelmed, systems start to fail. They're closing in fast, their strength prevails. Too many to count, and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
Hello commanders, welcome to the stream. Just put out comprehensive beta feedback for Trailblazers, and as many of you, hopefully most of you, I managed to get back my systems as of today, so these show up again, which is nice, which means we can go back to building up Minmus and the infrastructure behind and supporting Minmus. Now, one thing we wanted to do was see if we could steer the overall economy more towards refinery, which requires us to put down a refinery hub. But in turn, to put down a refinery hub, we will need one tier 2 construction point, which, alas, we do not have right now. So we need to put down something else that gives us a tier 1 construction point before we are able to put down a tier 1, which is actually a tier 2 refinery hub. So we're going to head to this planet, see if we can find a spot, and then we'll kind of decide together what we should kind of put down. I'm kind of leaning towards a medium settlement, probably industrial, but I'm not 100% sure. Part of the industry we have around here is tourism. That's the whole premise of Minmus. But this doesn't look like a particularly enticing planet, so it doesn't feel right as far as like tourism is concerned. Like the defining feature on this one is like that big crater over there. I wonder if we could place something squarely in the middle of the crater. But let's go have a look around and see what else this planet has to offer. I find that doing it like around orbital cruise, but it's probably easier to do like in the external camera, especially if we can get a wide angle. Except the planet's kind of dark, so it's not much to see without, like, even with night vision, I'm kind of not sure there is much to see on the night side of the planet. But again, we'll figure it out. Let's see. Slow down, so we're going too fast. Back on the planet. Is that the same crater? I think that's a different crater, and one that actually is closer to that kind of like orangey thing. Kind of looks like a big impact. That should have also the kind of like sort of bubble at the center of that. There's a specific name for it, which I can never remember. Ooh, I'm about to crash. Ooh, I managed not to crash. It's a miracle. But yeah, I think that crater is the most enticing land feature to place a structure. So let's see if we can go there. The question is, do we place it on the edge or do we place it? It looks like there's like a ding in the edge of a crater, which is like another crater. It's like a crater in the crater, both on this side and on the other side. It's kind of more prominent on the other side. So maybe the other side could be more interesting in that regard. So the other option is to place it squarely at the center of a crater. That's kind of more boring. Especially if you have like such a defined feature like this one. Positioning like that kind of that edge in between right here, I think would be the most interesting, if you will. Alright, so we made it this far, and we are low enough, hopefully, to engage the settlement camp. No, not quite, but we will be soon. And by the way, I should get a detailed scan of the planets in the system. Alright, this is quite the view, I want to say, and a good place to place whatever it is that I'm going to place, which, by the way, I haven't decided yet. So a tier 1 outpost, by the way, could be an option, a planetary port. Unless we want to make something that's like extraction industrial. We have something that's extraction. I wonder what it takes to make CMMs. And I wonder how long it would take to focus on industry versus extraction. It's probably easier to select extraction and refinery for this system. There is no such thing as a refinery, research focuses on high tech, so that gives you a focus on high tech. We could put another tourism and specialize the system even more in tourism, but we kind of decided that this wasn't exactly a very enticing place. And if for extraction, we're gonna kind of gear the systems more towards extraction. And industry, decisions. I wish you could kind of do 3 different industry, like extraction, refinery, and tourism, or something like that. But I don't think it's possible. Hey, Ghost Leviathan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was thinking about, hey Alex, welcome to the stream. Hey Pete. I was thinking of building another settlement. Yeah, not in the Pleiades. I'm back in the bubble now that I regained control of the Minmus system. And the zoo is not really ready to build up because we have some BGS work to be done there before we build it up. Hey Sam Respawn, welcome to the stream. So the questions we have here are, we can go, and by the way, I don't know why I plopped an agricultural settlement somewhere else, because I guess I wanted to see what it did, so I have that one too, but again, it's a bit of a weird choice. The choices we have here are to, and right now, what do we have in terms of industry for the system? I kind of don't even remember. All right. We have a system which is extraction and military. So we can easily stay on extraction, and then we can see if we can switch military to industrial, to refinery, and make it extraction and refinery. Although extraction is probably the least interesting of the industries that I can think of. Again, this is a hodgepodge. This is more an experimental system where I started with a military outpost because I felt I was going to go military, and then I found the Minmus planet, and I said, oh, we have to go tourism. And then I plopped down asteroid bases, which can come with their extraction economy. And then I plopped down a bunch of random things like agricultural settlements. So this system is like how you should not build a system. Essentially, it's a collection of poor system architect choices. Some that look cool, because like the Minmus planet and the icebox, the main creamer icebox look really nice, but yeah, they're probably a collection of bad choices. Now the question here again, though, is do we put down, if we put down a port, does it influence the industry in any way? I think it just says colony, right? So that wouldn't do anything. Yeah. Well, no. There's different planetary port. There's different planetary outpost. Well, then we should consider putting down a planetary outpost instead of a settlement, especially since this is medium. This changes the development by a factor of 5. Well, no, let's not do industrial. Let's look at refinery for the sake of argument. Sorry, at extraction, because that's really the only choice. Medium mining increases wealth change by 5 and doesn't do much else. That's not particularly interesting. Hey, Origi, evening. Welcome, Shindo's Pissed and Sam Respawn. If I haven't greeted you already, if I have, then I'll greet you again. So let's see if we can build a planetary port, what planetary ports do. So there's a civilian one, which improves the standard of living, is our economy colony, increases the initial population increase, whatever the hell that means, but decreases security. And then there's industrial, there's another civilian, which does what? Is exactly the same, it just looks different. It also seems to cost the same, so that's fine. Then there's scientific, which increases development level and population and does a good chunk of tech level change. I wonder what that does overall. Decreases security a bit and increases initial population and development level a little bit. And there's another version of a scientific one, which is kind of the same. Well, there's a large landing pad. They're all large landing pad. There's civilian planetary outposts, which again are still colony. Industrial, scientific, industrial. Wow, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of variations. Change, civilian, standard of living change, industrial. But there's no extraction, and there's no certainly no refinery. So I think we go for the complete hodgepodge mess with everything that we're doing. We go with scientific outpost to increase the tech level development and initial population with a kind of lowest security change overall. As I think the tourist installations that we have already do a pretty good job with regards to standard of living. And as a result, we don't need as many. We can do a Swiss one that has like the little trees. That kind of look cool. Kind of wondering, like, if you disembark, where is it that you would be disembarking at? And this is also a reasonable amount. Oh, 10,000 steel. Oh gosh. That's handy anti-ejection, isn't it? All right. Titanium, copper, aluminum. I should be getting. I think I have some on my carrier. I don't know how much, but I should have some. So I fancy this scientific outposts. I mean, should I go with a refinery one? Would that sort of further specialize the economy? What this do? I'm probably gonna regret it, but whatever. Let's put down a scientific outpost. Layout Porima. Begin construction. Oh wow, this thing is big. Now the good thing is, if I position it smartly, I'm probably gonna be able to kind of put it so that it creates a major outcrop on the thing. And the question is also, where is gonna be the on, like, if you disembark, where would it disembark you to? So the docking ports look like this. If I put the kind of round thingy this way, it would kind of block the view, which would be sad. So let's put the pads so that they're on this side and that they don't block the view. How about like this? What do you guys think? Scientific facilities which are cheaper and in space. But they don't look as good. I'd be faster to build for sure, but they don't look as good. Plus, I think I already built a couple of scientific things in space. The space one requires a planetary one first, but a planetary outpost or a planetary settlement? And by the way, that's a good question. How do I change facility type? Let's do this. Is there a scientific settlement? I think there is. No, there isn't. Oh, research bio. This is large. This is tier 2, right? This requires 1 point and gives you 2 points. Yeah, this is tier 2. What we need is tier 1. Medium scientific settlement. This has a major tech level change, a development level change, and slightly higher cost, I think. No. It only requires 1800 steel. It's like dirt cheap comparison. And it has actually a bigger insufficient construction points? Why? Oh. This is also a tier 2? This class is tier 2? How is this class as a tier 2? It's a medium settlement. What's wrong with you? Is this also class as tier 2? Oh, the medium ones cost 1 and give you 1, and the large ones cost 1 and give you 2, and they're all tier 2. But the tiers aren't shown in some of these things, so that makes sense. So I think we need a small one, but even a small one requires construction points, so I can't build small scientific settlement, guys. Can't do it. We need a tier 1 construction point. But is this bugged? Because I think if I was to build, let's say, an extraction one, even a medium extraction one, this one generates points. So I think this is wrong. I think this is wrong. I need to do another video after the one I put out today with like additional things I found which I think are wrong. The construction site is immediate. I mean, you just have to go to Super Cruise and come back, and the construction site spawns immediately. But going back to the research bio, so these are all classed as tier 2, even though some give 2 points and the other ones give 1 point. These are all classed as tier 2. I could build the extraction one, even the medium one, which would give me a construction point and is actually comparatively cheap. Like, if I was to build a planetary port, this also gives me candidly very little change for a scientific well, it does give quite a bit of tech level change, but the cost of this is 5 times as much as the settlements. And ultimately, what we want to build is a hub. We want to build refinery hub. This is what we want to build. This is also not that expensive. And the cost of this one plus the other one is less than the cost of a port. So I say that tonight we go with just extraction settlement and we build this up. And at some point, maybe we'll build a port. We'll see. 12 hours for construction site spawn. I'm still waiting. That doesn't sound right, Raul Punto. There's something wrong going on. I mean, I'll show you here how it looks like, but I could even build a small one. It's like half a price. All I want is like a construction point after all, right? I'm doing this for like a construction point, but this does 2 wealth points. And this does 5 wealth points. Now there's a difference. There's a difference in terms of like how it affects the system. It's really annoying, Alex. I agree. So what do you guys think? I think we should go with a medium mining settlement. This looks like a place to mine anyway, right? These are the same. Let's see what they look like. This doesn't look particularly interesting. It's also a lot smaller than what we were building earlier, which also explains why it was cheaper. This one looks a bit better. See if we can kind of build it up here. On the edge. Alright, should we do this? Medium extraction. Mostly for the construction points rather than the actual thing. Alright, going once, going twice. Going thrice. And built. Construction site of deployment, deploy, and turn later. See, this is like you leave, you come straight back, and it should be there. Alright. And dropping. I have to say, I want to study those output characteristics a bit better because they're actually quite meaningful for what we want to do in the Pleiades Zoo, especially if we are going for military and science economy, or sorry, military and high-tech economy. I'm super brave and tunneling here. Very weird. I agree. I mean, the way we're thinking about developing the zoo is really like a multi-architect system in that we want to build the zoo as the center of our presence in the Pleiades, which would make it a high-tech and military system. And then we'll encourage people to build refinery, extraction refinery industrial systems around it to support the build-up of the military high-tech system, which in turn supports the build-out of everything else from a high-tech components standpoint. At least that's a current reasoning. But I hadn't studied like the tier 1 ports situation, and it sounds like from a system build standpoint, even though they're more expensive, ports might actually have a bigger, better planetary effect. Yeah, so the zoo does have 2 planetary bodies that can take 7 surface facilities each, but they're at the 2nd star, so they are freaking out of the way. The main star has 1 planet that can take 5, which is also nice, but I'm gonna mob Otter here out of the game, or Black Cobra or something. I'm definitely not going anywhere. Where's Brave and Tunnel? Second star in the zoo, far is what I remember. Far. It's definitely a job for carriers. The second wave 2, as we're calling it, of the build, which would be the 2nd star build, will definitely be a job for carriers. I mean, wave 1 will also be a job for carriers. I mean, wave 1 involves building 2 tier 3 stations. So that would be a job for a lot of carriers. A lot of carriers. Oh, that's nice. Now, the annoying thing about, again, equipping systems with resources that are helpful for others in the area is right now with the buildings that we have available, you absolutely need a planet where you can build to skew the industry towards refinery. That's because the only building that skews you to refinery is the refinery hub. So if your system only has stars but no planets, like my two systems in the place except for Zoo have, you cannot configure that system to be refinery. Here, Barefoot, it will have to be anything but. The game really is not cooperating right now, guys, huh? Is it kind of crashing and dying for you as well? I just task killed it because this was not gonna happen. I'll restart the game. Yeah, carriers with more cargo space would be nice. Should be do a 20 billion version of a carriers that have 3 times the cargo space or something like that. And 3 times the weekly cost or some other balancing feature. See if now it works. Game's still not cooperating for me, guys. All right, so we have our construction site. Show mineralogic something, something. Let's see how it looks. It has extended the reach of the thing, as I was expecting, which is good. Because I think this thing will look pretty cool once it's complete. Actually, let's see if I can slow down and kick in auto dock. Am I in full reverse? Yes, it was in full reverse. This is going to be a quite nice landing view, I think. See how the autopilot does too. Look at this crater. Pretty neat, huh? If I actually had any cargo on board, this would actually be useful, but no, it's like just for the views, just taking in the views. I like the spot I picked. It looks like a proper mining site. Alright, let's go actually carry some stuff. Anyone here wants to help with the hauling? I would very much appreciate it. We're back in Minmus, so in Ariete Sector GBX B14, and we are in the Xenostrike Force private group. Fortunately, we don't have a lot to haul because we're just building like a medium mining thingy. My weekly pay was a pittance. I think that's how I would describe it. All right, have a good night, OAG. Thanks for coming. My system weekly payment was something like 300,000 and change, which for a system that has 10 overall stations plus the base station is candidly nothing. I'll show you the mail in a second as soon as I'm gonna get myself Super Cruise Assisted locked, which may or may not result in me actually, oops, definitely not in this case. Let's try again. No, RKJ. In fact, I think that Commander... who is it? Like, there's a commander that does racetracks and loves SRV racing. Popular guy. I can't remember his name. I know I suck. I should really know his name. Alec Turner? Yeah, I did remember his name. See, I'm not such an awful human being. Alec Turner, I think, is actively setting up construction sites as racetracks. Everyone's population happiness is 0. This is the mail, as you can see. I got 5,000 credits for one outpost. I got 0 for another outpost, which I don't know why I got 0. I guess because I had just built it or something. I don't know. And I got 340,000 credits for a score 36 system with 10 stations plus the base one. Everyone just... everyone. I mean, if you look at the posts on Reddit and whatnot, everyone has 0 happiness right now. I don't know if it's a bug or it's because the things are new and I have no idea, but everything checks as 0. So many long jumps. Yeah, it's been a crazy amounts of no time slots. Your PC's on fire. Well, the good thing is Elite doesn't really take a lot of resources, but again, if you're busy with something else, I completely get it. Yeah, that's the, weird thing that, for example, my agricultural large settlement only sells wine and booze. No, wine and beer. I don't know why. I really don't know what the logic is about how commodities are selected to be sold in different places. I don't know. Something to figure out, I guess. Min freezer box. I love this station so much. Gosh, this ship is slow to dock. Like, seriously slow to dock. What we got in our carrier while we're at it? Well, guess we'll just find out in a moment. What we'll do is we'll change docking to Squadron France for now, because we want to set up some sell orders for stuff, which we should also do in this view, because transferring stuff from the, as you saw in my video, transferring stuff from the right panel is just too freaking slow. I did not pick up any of these. I can still have to keep up orders for what sake of it. I don't think I need beer. Might need beer. Power generators, water purifiers. I don't know if I need any of this stuff, but maybe I do. Aluminum I'm definitely gonna need. Steel I definitely gonna need. And I don't think I picked up anything else. No, that's it. Okay, I barely got a cutter roll of stuff. What GPU do I have? Oh, you're asking Barefoot. Well, I mean, AI workloads just murder pretty much any GPU because they'll use the GPU to the fullest. So if he's, you know, using any GPU, he's probably murdering whatever GPU is using. A new local image to video AI. 4-second clips for a 4090. Wow, that is quite the workload, I will say. Quite the workload. Alright, so. Oh, I have a load of CMM composites. That's nice. Again, I should have really checked. Oh, this didn't work because I didn't have enough space. Now I do. Okay, this is a bit dumb. I should really check. Hello, Scott. Welcome back from Bangkok. Well, I mean, there's always a solution in winter, my friend, which is open the window. That makes it, solves for that problem. Also, I should jump my carrier, but I don't know if I should jump it. I probably should jump it to a station where I can stock up on steel. Do I need anything else from my carrier? I don't think I need anything else right now. So let me set up a course and then... Oh, I hope I help with your productivity, Scott. We've probably set a course. We might want to actually... set a course with Super Cruise Assist, mostly because it will let me plot a carrier jump, which is going to take forever anyway. And I will want to jump to some place that has copious amounts of steel and other stuff. Steel. Need to first figure out where I am. Actually, never mind. I can do this like this. Found it, I think. No. Yes. This is the place we want to go to. Now we have a target for our carrier jump. The good thing is this system is on the edge of a bubble, so at least it's like easier and also less tritium expensive to kind of like go places. It's like 100 light years. It's also 2 jumps. I could go from like straight with my carrier if I needed to. Let's see if we have time slots or not. And let's go. No free slots. Oh, no free slots, but this is not no time slots. This is, I jump to planet. Oh, no. Cancel this time jump. I have to, it's jumping me to a random place in Campanga. I don't want to go there. And now it's gonna kind of give me a cooldown, which is annoying. Whatever. Has to be done. And meanwhile, we are arriving at our destination, which is nice. Your system is making Imperial slaves. Well, is it an Imperial system, by the way, Alex? I said your system is making Titans to invade me with. Or it didn't go particularly well for him last time they invaded. Bring on some more. We're ready. I wish I understood commodity exports for player built facilities. I wish I understood those too, Chad, although I have no freaking idea how they work. All of your facilities' primary experts is limpet. Ah! That's funny. That is funny. Alright, see if we can get the carrier where we wanted to go. So that had no free slots. This should have free slots. Alright, we got the jump. Cool. Still an hour jump time. Is quite something. Alright, anybody can help complete these 2 settlements for tonight? Your help is very much appreciated. Let's turn in our first load of stuff. Oh, do we have the carrier load bug? Yeah. We have to exit when we're technically in a dangerous area. This is another bug I should capture, but kind of minor stuff. This should not be a dangerous area. This should just be a normal area, but I guess whatever. The CMM composites will show when we're logged. So I'm giving you a demonstration of all the bugs I just talked about in the video today. Like, does it not need CMMs? Did I bring a full load of CMMs when it does not need CMMs? I can't believe it. I'm so used to bringing CMMs. I'm like, it wasn't bugged. It was, well, it was bugged because it didn't show. But I did a full load of stuff that my settlement entirely does not need. Wow. I'm getting tired, huh? I'm getting tired. No, I'll have to escape back to it. Yeah, now I figured. Now I figured. I also need to change the orders on my carrier, because like right now it's friends only and sell and certify. Alright, we are aligned. Let's do that order thing. And then we'll just transfer the stuff the other way. So what do we need? We need tons and tons and tons of steel. Let me take a screenshot of what I actually need, because like again, I am not doing this in the smart way. So let's do it in the smarter way. All right. Doing this the weird screenshot way, but again, we don't have a better way, so it is what it is. Good thing about the small ground installations, they go up really fast, so.
resume your business at this carrier, Commander. Please enjoy your stay with us.
That's
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please complete any outstanding business in the system prior to departure. Permission
orders.
granted. A landing pad has been assigned to you. You
3
have been
TM
cleared
is
for approach.
fine.
Feel free to
Food
relax. Your
cartridges.
docking computer is
We need
responsible.
some. We need 87. You can set the price, but you can't sell the amount, which is annoying from a selling perspective, but whatever. CMM composites, trade this commodity. I'm buying them at max price, but I don't need this like for stations and whatnot. Let's do 1,000 units. Ceramic composites.
We've got you
Yeah,
safe and
you don't
sound.
need these.
Solid approach. What can we do for you, Commander?
Oh, this is ceramic composites. CMM composite I'm selling somehow. But no. Let's buy for 70k or something like that. Above market. And let's buy a couple thousand or 3,000, so that, I don't know. 3,000. And then insulating membrane. Price is fine, quantity is fine. Let's maybe go for 400, 500. These are always kind of handy. And then lots of steel, titanium are really the two key things. This we're gonna buy. This we're gonna buy right now, so this will keep the order up. This we're also. We need steel. We need plenty of steel. Yeah, so this we're gonna keep. Let's buy these two, and then we'll finish up here. And first, we need to transfer CMM composites, which is annoying. This is like the very, very slow thing I mentioned. Have you managed to change the economy of your primary port yet? Mine is still Colony. Well, your primary port doesn't. I mean, if you mean in adding additional ones of your primary port, no, I haven't even honestly tried. I mean, the system right now says it's extraction and military, so I could go and check, or someone could go and check if you're in a small ship and anywhere around here, because right now it's a bit complicated to swap ships while the carrier's jumping out and things are happening, so I would try not to do that. Alright, so we transferred all this stuff. Now let's buy some stuff. So aluminum, we're taking all of it. Now we have to do this each time. Steel, taking all of it. And then food cartridges, we need some. We need more than this, but this is what we can take. So this is what we took. Might be actually, hold on, wiser to do it food cartridges now. So let's put the orders up. Steel. Let's buy this for, let's see if people are gonna fill it up at 54k or not. 64k, let's do 64k. Let's see what a good price is. I kind of curious to also find out. And I just fill up my whole carrier with like absurd amount of steel. Which is not really that absurd, considering I'm gonna need more than that, actually, but at least I have it. So the order is placed. Now I need to make sure the carrier is not friends only anymore. All. Alright, that has been set. Now the commodities market doesn't let me buy anything, which is good, which is what we wanted. And now we need, how many food cartridges? We need 87 food cartridges, so we need to drop some steel. Why does it? Oh, no, transfer. That's 30, 60, 71. Need some more. 81. That should be 87. Where are food cartridges? Let's see how many we got. 87. We're good. Cool. Alright. So we did what we needed.
Go for launch. Restrict speed until...
Now let's head back to the port we're building. Oh, it's about to be nighttime. This thing kind of rotates quickly. Are you sure about that, Alex? Because I thought the colony ports adapted to what the system economy was. So it really depends. If you build an outpost as your first port, which is of a specific type, and I think that one will stay of its original type. But if you build a Coriolis or an Ocellus, for example, which have colony as a type, or a civilian outpost, which has colony as a type, that should reflect the economy of the system. But what did you build first? What I'm saying is, if you built a civilian port, which would have, like, again, the colony type economy, that would update. But if you build like a military outpost, that would stay military. On the flip side, if you build a Coriolis or a Ocellus, that would also change. I think that's how it works. I may be wrong. Someone can correct me if I am. We actually got useful stuff with us for this time. It's amazing. Let's actually update my commander data. Well, I'll do it after my carrier jumps. Well, I'll do it both times now and after my carrier jumps. I have to say, I'm impressed at how amazingly well done Coriolis is. It's like, sorry, Inara is. It's like a lot of what in-game should be, but it's not. Hey Abzur, welcome to the stream. Doing well, thank you. Yes, we got control of our systems back, which is nice. Put up a video about bugs and improvements of Trailblazers today. It's been good. Version for steel, aluminum, other stuff. Good food carriers, no. Oh, Diagrangri. Installation. All of these are 2 jumps away. Might as well to go to Caparag, which is like where my carrier is kind of bonking anyway. More likely to be actually having things. let's drop our stuff. Okay, aluminum is all, okay, steel is all. And as I mentioned, if anyone wants to get in game and wants to happy and join in the part of keep building Minmus, I would be delighted for your help, Zoe and any others. Have you seen what the mercs of Mechan players are doing with Lagoon Nebula Bridge project? No, I haven't seen it. We'd love to hear about it. What are you doing with it? And let's put some music while we haul, because why not? As always, I'm gonna figure out how to kind of like be picked up by OBS, but here we are. Or so players making a system chain to the Lagoon Nebula. Before the claim was disabled, we pumped out 6 outputs per day towards the nebula. Yeah, that's pretty cool. 6 outputs per day is like almost 100 light years per day. That's pretty crazy. I mean, the AXI didn't go that fast when we went to the nebula, to a Pleiades nebula. It took us. How long did it take us? Like about 4 days, so that's like 50 light years a day, so like half that rate. So 6 outputs a day is like really remarkable, really remarkable. Yeah, I know it was a small group. Hey Roderick, cool, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a public call to arms to build the zoo when the zoo is ready for building. How far is the Lagoon Nebula, by the way? I don't even know. I know Pleiades is about 200, Coalsack is slightly more than that, I think. Witch Head is also slightly more than that, and then California Nebula is like 600 or 700 light years away, something like that. What's very far? Very far is a very subjective thing, right? Very far for me is 200 light years. Very far for someone is Beagle Point. So, like, yeah, if it's in the same sector, I guess like, it's something kind of reasonable. Mercs of Mechan. I've never heard of that group actually, though. Right? Which I mean, not like I've heard of every group in Elite, but folks who kind of organized and do things that are cool like that, I generally kind of had heard of. California Bridge. Are we going to California next? Huh. It's a good question of where we're going next. Honestly, I'd rather kind of build up the Pleiades rather than try and go far, but that's me. 4.5k out. Well, thanks, Akiyama. Thanks, Rad Dracul. Yeah, I tried my best to summarize what I've heard by more or less everyone. First step of bridging to Colonia. Okay, now that's quite a hike. That is quite the hike. Alright, now let's see what we need to bring. Thank goodness we have phones and we can take photos. So we need bio-reducing lichen. Right. Where the heck do I get bio-reducing lichen? I have no idea. Building fabricators. None here. Ceramic composites 112. Do I have them here? No. Nothing here. Computer components 58. Do I have them here? No. Copper. We got copper. 60 tons of copper. Emergency power cells. I don't think I have those here. Those are kind of weird. Evacuation shelter. No, none. Food cartridges I delivered. Food and vegetables, not here. Geological equipment, not here. HE suits, not here. Liquid oxygen, oh, that we have here. How much do we need? 349. Liquid oxygen acquired. Muon imager. That's definitely a high-tech kind of thing. Polymers 230. Can we fit 230? Yeah. Good. Robotics is high-tech. The rest is steel. Structural regulators, industrial. Surface stabilizers, industrial. Oh no, I have them here. Surface stabilizers. How many do I need? 178? Oh, okay. I can't even fill them up. I guess. Close enough. Okay. Cool. Got a good load of things. If you set some good prices on your carrier for building commodities, I can drop some. Yeah, I set good price. I mean, define good. I generally have 60 or 70, sometimes 80,000 a ton of profit above galactic average, which I think is pretty good. But you tell me if you think it's pretty good or not. If I'm really in a rush, I would set it up to 100 or 110, but I'm not in a rush right now, so I'll leave it at 70 or 80. But you tell me if you think that's fair or not. Okay, good to know. Thanks for the feedback. Once we colonize a third fleet carrier. Well, good for you, man. I should get a fleet carrier for my second commander. Hey, Rykar, how are you? We are building up Minmus again. See if we can do 2 stations tonight. If I don't get any help whatsoever, the answer will be no. But if somebody joins to help, maybe. The answer is maybe. This is like one of these systems that somebody has claimed, but it doesn't look like they're really building. There we are. Why is my system a compromised nav? Got a compromised nav beak. Like security, I guess, is too low. It does have a military starport though, so I guess that should be back there. At least somewhat. Hey, Ghost Giraffe. Welcome to the stream, Mars. By the way, Mars, Atlas Rand like taught me how to do raids in YouTube, and did one yesterday, and I may do a raid of him later today if we wrap here before he does, which we probably might. So it's a cool feature. Like you should experiment with it if you're not already. Would love to send folks your way when I'm done with my streams, for example. But thank you, Riker. Appreciate the help. Uh-oh, coming in a little too hot. Yeah, from yeah, raids like on Twitch, same thing. They're called live redirects on YouTube. I can send you the info on how to set them up, which by the way I read myself yesterday, so it's like I'm also coming up to speed. It's not like I'm an expert or anything. Let me DM you here. That's a link. What a good name. What is a good name? What did you name your tourist settlement, Mars? Oh, not library direct, so I see what you're talking. Ooh, wow, I'm not looking where I'm going. I'm totally crash here. Boom. Hopefully I can kind of get there. I'm like close enough. 76. Yeah, well, I guess. Slow boat it. It's called live redirects. Like when I end this stream, it basically it's gonna either automatically, if you autoplay enabled, or it's gonna give you a screen saying, hey, do you want to follow on to, in this case I have a stream set, so to redirect to Atlas Rand stream, so that you can keep going over there. It does look like that, doesn't it? These mega creators like look really cool. Stab Space Tourism Action Board. Cool. Stab bar. You know you can build bars in space, right? Mars? If you look at here in the facilities, you have an installation, you have bar. You can build a space bar. Dionysius or Bacchus space bar. Gotta build one of those. With your faction name. Oh, it looked pretty cool. A chasm, huh? I find that Odyssey has fewer terrifying chasms compared to what we had in Horizons. Yeah, well, I think they magically placed him there. Like, if I remember correctly, it was a divine intervention that got him there, but I may be wrong, Mars, you keep me honest. That is something there's only way to find out absolutely the answer to. Was Zach a CM at the time? Mars, I can't remember who it was. Like, I remember, I mean, we flew with Zach and Bruce and Bruno, but I think this was before their time. Well, Zach was probably still there, but kind of trying to figure who it was with him. That's cool. Ed, I see. Yeah, that was before my time. Way before my time. Alright, now we need to find some economy that sells a gazillion things that are needed. Like Muon, this Muon thingy. Muon imager. Who freaking sells Muon imagers? Like, who's ever even heard of a Muon imager? Apparently it's a surface only item. Arnold Stations. Ashton Prospect. Ambico, which is kind of far. Above 2 jumps. Oh wow, this is very far. Forget about it. This one is closer and seems to have better supply, but from like freaking ages ago. Alright, let's go to Washington Prospect and try our luck. Obviously behind us, because nothing can ever be easy. What powers my system around? I don't know. I don't really do power play, and I haven't really paying attention. I'll tell you, like, I just need to check, because I frankly have the faintest idea. Well, let's check now what we're getting on here. Power play mode. Just click on power play mode, toggle all powers. Where are we close to? Toggle war? Is this Lee Young-Rui territory or something like that? I think. I don't know. I think so. Yeah. I think it's Lee Young-Rui. But I mean, I swear it's the first time I even check. Right? You know, that kind of weird systems that have like 4, like, oh, it's 3 plus the primary port. Never mind. Yeah, it's a bit of a different special case. I was like, how does that have 4 space slots? I don't think I've ever seen 4 space slots. But no, there's a very good reason for it. What port are we going to? Ashton Prospect. It's like 4K, like seconds away or something. Ashton Prospect. There you are. I also wonder what kind of economy does muon imagers, or whatever this thing is called. This is industrial. I guess industrial does muon imagers. Trade and smuggling. Oh, it's a planetary port. Is this one of the large planetary ports? Kind of curious. Yeah, it's one of the large planetary ports. I guess it picked up the economy of the system. There's 2 planetary ports here. I'm thinking about the mass required and the tier 3 points required to put 2 planetary ports this close to each other and like having a heart attack. Alright. Like, the whole colonization has given me a completely different appreciation for like the facilities that are already in the game. Go back to some other system mode. Avoid the madness. Oh no, it says 1 is being built, even though it's actually 2 being built because there's the asteroid base being built. So this is also bugged. Mysteries of the game. Sped up a little too much. We're gonna end up overshooting. I have to do a dip of shame. Dip of shame. Which is not as bad as a loop of shame, but close enough. Is that a ring, by the way? What is that thing? No. Humanity has suffered through a lot of hauling, I agree. And there's no end in sight. I want to see where, take care, Ghost thanks. There's plenty of mint ice cream at Mint Cream Landing, and we store it in the freezer box in the ice asteroid right next door, so you should visit the ice asteroid there too if you come and visit. And if you like ice cream. Here we are. Let's look again at the list of stuff that we need. I have to say, if I'm building a planetary port, I'm probably going to be building this type of planetary port because I like the sort of circular with central tower kind of layout quite a bit. Let's see what we got in this industrial place. You promised me more imagers, so give me more imagers. There you are. And you have enough for me. I am impressed. 91. Like, seems the rarest thing to find. Computer components, there's plenty, and we need a sum. 58. Battle weapons, personal. Ooh, battle weapons. Nice. We don't need those. Power generators. No. Mineral extractors. You'd imagine you'd need mineral extractors, but no. Geological equipment, we needed some, right? Yeah, 102. Building fabricators, I think we needed a bunch. 112. What else? Mineral extract. We don't really need mineral extractors. I guess that's for refineries or something. Food cartridges we have. To match survival equipment we needed. Survival equipment we needed somewhere. 31. Cool. Food cartridges we have. Crop harvest, main extractors. Power thermal cooling. None of the rest. No evacuation shelter. No, right? No water purifiers? Really? You don't need water? Need liquid oxygen. I don't have liquid oxygen here. Oh, I actually filled delivery that one earlier. HE suits? No. Nothing. I think this is it. We're kind of half full. There you go and fill in some other stuff while we're out. Take care, Ghost of Iton. Sounds good. Oh, I'm sorry you don't like the music, Ezra Loomis Pound. It's like all music, it's very much personal taste. Like some people love it, some people hate it, some people are like just Or we can turn it off for a while if it kind of like makes you feel better. Let's do that. Let's be musicless for a little while. And in the meanwhile, see where we can go and find some fruit and vegetables. Fruit and vegetables. There a station anywhere in here? There are some. Runesfeld Port has a gazillion. How far is HIP? It's right next door. Alright, let's go here to pick up the veggies. Pick up the veggies. Obviously, again, this is obscured. And I mean, if you like my knowledge without the music, I also just put out a video about the beta feedback for Trailblazers on my channel, where I talk about all the things I think they did well, but also the things that I think they should fix. And there's a bunch of tips around bugs and workaround too, which I think are generally helpful. It's not as popular as a video as when yesterday posted the Colonization imploded, which it did yesterday. That's the thing about YouTube, like sometimes you just, you know, have to balance titles that, you know, are catchy versus content that's interesting, and be a kind of a bit more fact-based. Where am I going? I'm going to some port. Brunsfeld, there it is. It's kind of a bit of a hike. Any idea when colonization will be back? I have the faintest idea. I mean, it's one of those things that, like, it really depends on how much time they need to fix whatever broken thing they found. And deal with the exploits and kind of roll back the mess that some folks made. Could be, you know, could be 3 days, could be 3 weeks. I don't really know. Population is growing slow, I guess. Any idea to rise except building stuff? Any idea? I mean, I have the faintest idea how you would raise population except for building stuff. My hunch is system states might have something to do with it. So if you manage to get your economy, for example, into boom state, then an economic boom might be something that attracts people faster. If your economy has an outbreak, for example, you might even lose people. I don't really know. I was checking to see, like, by the way, if the number, my population was 30,200 or something last time I checked. And it's still 30,200. So it I don't know if it only updates on a daily basis or weekly basis or only it's the oral, and I kind of mentioned it, I think, in a video earlier today, the mechanics of how population will grow are extraordinarily obscure. There's just this magic that says initial population growth and max population growth, which is unclear if it's an actual growth maximum or a cap. There isn't really a lot of information about any of it, to be honest. And the UI is cryptic as, you know, dark matter. Your Orbis gave you 100,000 population. Wow, that's a lot. That's 3 times as much as everything else in my system. It's pretty cool. The mechanics of it up, so yeah, I see what he did there. What was Sock? What was your credit earnings for the week? Set a course for the way back here. I like agricultural settlements and their green vibes and sort of everything organic vibes. 5K. Wow. That's crazy low. I mean, I have like a third of your population and I got 342K. But again, nobody really understands how the payouts work, so. Yeah, the high-tech Orbis and the tourist version of the settlements are some of my favorite too. Behind those, agriculture ones are my next favorite, I would say. How much fruit and veggies do we need? 62. Do we need water? Who does not need water? Apparently these guys do not need water. And the rest is stuff we don't need. Do we need beer? Do we need any other organic thing? Nope. How much cargo? We got still plenty of cargo, so I might as well launch. Where are evacuation shelters? Evacuation shelter, and the other kind of annoying thing to pick up is emergency power cells. I don't know if there's a place that sells both of them. Yeah, there is. US orbital. It's a bit far away. But it seems like it does sell them both. Do I have enough cargo for both? How much do I need? Evacuation shelters, and I need 247. How much do I got? 247. I do have enough. I do have enough. Alright, let's go to US Orbital to pick up those two things. There's actually 2 jumps away. Okay. Might be a bit of a hike on the way back, but I should be able to make it. My accent sounds Danish. Nord? Been Swede, but it sounds Danish. No, my accent, I'm originally from Italy. I grew up in Italy. Although I think most people would not recognize my accent as an Italian accent. I've been in the US far too long to kind of have a recognizable accent. Well, some people guess it correctly, but again, it's not something that most people would necessarily immediately place as Italian. That's right, Abswe. In as punishment, you are hereby condemned to hauling 3,000 tons of steel and titanium to my settlement. So I'm not the only one punishing myself. Joining the group. That's interesting. The F sounded, I think. Where was I going again? Some station. US Orbital. There you go. I have also a newfound appreciation for quarterly stations. Like before, they were just a random, the most common, boring, uninteresting thing like in a galaxy. Now I'm like, man, these things are expensive to build. Like respect, even for a kind of random quarterly in the middle of nowhere. Like. Oh, I'm not looking where I was going. I was looking at the chat. Whoa! I managed to not crash into a gas giant. Bratwurst. I do like currywurst a lot. Like New York has a few places that make currywurst in a way that I think would not offend Germans to the core. That's crazy, Jaqueen. Well done. That's quite the accomplishment all on your own. Especially out of fleet carrier. I did make 1.5 asteroid, one and a tenth of an asteroid station. Mostly because I wanted to see firsthand the ice asteroid outpost. Because besides the images that FDev put up, I hadn't had a chance to see in the game. So I said, you know what, let's just build one. And that's how the Min Cream Freezer was created. After a failed attempt at creating one, which ended up in a rocky ring because of complete inconsistency that again I described in today's video. So to get an asteroid base, you need to position an asteroid base inside an icy ring of a gas giant or whatever. Like it has to be an icy ring. So for instance, In my system, I have 2 of them. This gas giant has 2 rings, a rocky one and an icy one. Like you can tell from planetary information, see rocky, icy. I plopped the station when what I thought was the outside one, which was slot 1. But guess what? It ended up in the rocky ring instead because the game is good. So I was like, screw this. I'm not going to take my chances. I'm going to place my next one in the slot around gas giant that has only an icy ring. And so I plopped it here, and this came to be the icy asteroid. Main cream freezer. Orbis is like building modern New York. Yeah, I guess you could say that. You finally caved and got a fleet carrier. Yeah, they're very handy. Like it's hard to not like fleet carriers. I agree. I think it's a very fair price. I mean, 5,000 arcs for naming a station is a fair price. 15,000 arcs for a skin of an on-foot weapon is absurd, right? So there are some things that are just out of whack completely. But I think they got the pricing of station naming arcs kind of right. So I came here for sort of weird stuff, like emergency power cells. No! You only have 34. You don't have enough. How dare you? Evacuation shelter, you do have enough, though. 15, more than enough. 59. And then hopefully I can pick up some other stuff I need. Yeah, steel, titanium, there's a bunch of stuff here. Good. What else am I gonna need? Ceramic comp. Do you have ceramic composites? No. Surface stabilizer. Well, I need some surface stabilizer, but I think I need fewer surface stabilizer than I made screenshot because I delivered some. Let's see how many surface stabilizers I need. Should be able to fill them with this order. Surface stabilizers 49. 49. 49. And then what else do I need? Polymers, I think I delivered. Semiconductors, no, those I think I need. No, I don't. Robotics, no such thing as robotics here. Oh, my carrier jumped, I think. Oh, I do have robotics. Perfect. Let's get those. I need 113. And they can fit. Perfect. Amazing. And then what else do I need? Structural regulators. Did I already deliver those? I think I might have. Or maybe not. But I can't get them all anyways. Might as well get a little bit of titanium or something. Tiny. Off we go. Back to our Minmus system. How many jumps are we? 5 jumps. Good. Right, Absolute. Good luck with work. Thanks for joining.
Ship detach complete. You are clear for egress.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out back to base.
You are
Thank you, Ahmed Hashem. Appreciate the kind words. And welcome to the stream. Oh, I like dockable space elevators as an idea. That sounds like a lot of fun. And yeah, the ability to rename the system, even if it's a bit more expensive, would be nice. And yeah, I totally agree. I mean, with the amount of hauling right now, everybody's kind of, you know, going to be doing a kind of one and out kind of thing, where they're like, all right, I've done it. I'm never, ever, ever going to do this again. Like, I have my system. I have my nice stations. I'm like happy with it, and that's kind of it. Except for like groups that are doing major things, like we're planning out the Pleiades Zoo, and it's like a kind of major operation. Still learning kind of some of the aspects, by the way. There's a bunch of things that are not all that intuitive at all. And some things are just weird. Like, for instance, we were looking earlier, like the scientific settlements are all classed as tier 2. There is no such thing as a tier 1 scientific settlement. However, there is such a thing as a tier 1 scientific port. And some of these things kind of don't make sense. It's just, it doesn't compute, but whatever. It is what it is. The fastest way to grind for a fleet carrier. Join with the Xenostrike Force or Anti-Xeno Initiative for Finance Fridays and go kill some Firewoods in the California Nebula. That's probably the fastest way. If you're alone, the fastest way is probably do exobiology. I think that's probably the best credits. Go and find what are they called? Stratum tectonicas in first footfall kind of places out of the way, which are worth 4x. Do a bunch of those, come back, and you have 5 billion in the bank. That's probably the fastest way on your own. There's not much more. I mean, massacre stacking doesn't even come close to either of two things. Well, maybe comes close to exobiology, but it also is kind of a lot less chill and requires more effort to kind of, you know, grab emissions and then go and actually destroy things. I should do a Elite Dangerous Money. This kind of just spurs a thought. I should do an Elite Dangerous Money making in 2025 video, because the 2024 one I have is so old that it's like just so many things are out of date. They just don't exist in the game anymore. Like, you don't have Spire sites. Anti-Xeno combat zones are limited to some very small corner of the universe. The Pirate Trade Network doesn't really do the booze cruise anymore. Or maybe I can't remember if it restarted it or not, but I haven't heard about it in a long time, so I kind of presume that it's not being a big thing as of recent. But you guys keep me honest, maybe they do them still. Actually, you know, Jacob, Alex is kind of joking, but kind of not. Like, we have very expensive orders on our carriers to fill metals. I burned 2 billion the other night on filling up something like 15,000 tons for steel and titanium to build the main freezer station. So, in terms of credit hours, loading up carriers of people who are paying good money for loading up carriers is actually probably the fastest way to make money. How much money did I get from a claim system this Thursday? Do you want to have a good laugh? Okay, here's your good laugh. I made 300,000 credits. That's what I made. You're not buying carriers from this. Like, not even remotely close. You got a carrier via Rubigo? Wow, that's commitment. I got my carrier mining the egg. Who here remembers the egg? If you remember the egg, you've been here for quite a while. Praise the egg. That's the correct answer. Billy remembers the egg. Ah, I forgot that this is a planet station. I'm gonna come in crashing. I gotta slow down. You missed a moment of collective insanity, Alex, which was actually kind of funny, I have to say. But yeah, that's what I did to pay for my carrier. Boron was LTDs, right? But kind of more regular LTDs. The egg was a subsurface deposit of LTDs that you kind of just mined over and over and over again, using an SLF to switch back and forth to be out of range and kind of reset the egg, so you kind of had non-stop low temperature diamonds being popped out of the subsurface sites of this pretty unique asteroid, which had 4 LTD subsurface deposits. That was the egg. But even the egg was nothing like AX money. Like, nothing like AX money after they buffed AX money. Like, would pale in comparison. Actually delete these screenshots because like we are delivering a lot of different stuff. Wow, that is a lot of stuff to transfer. Look at that. Boom. For 1 million credits. Ah. Alright, let's get out of here and let's look at another screenshot of this stuff. 53. Did I not get emergency power cells? Oh, I didn't have enough. I remember. Yeah, now I remember. I didn't have enough. I was sad. Alright, now we're getting to some reasonable number of stuff. We need emergency power cells. But I thought I had emergency power cells. Did I not pick up the emergency power cells? Am I dreaming? Oh, I also don't need titanium. I kind of need to drop it at some point. Not now, otherwise I'm going to get a fine and life's going to suck. Especially since I think I still have notoriety. Yeah, 1, but still. What do I need to pick up? How does this not need titanium? Everything needs titanium. I guess this doesn't need titanium. I need emergency power cells. I need bioreducing lichen. I need HE suits. I need structural regulators. And I need ceramic composites. And that's besides aluminum and steel, which are Nothing's gonna leave for last. Let's see. This is kind of far. Has 3 of them. Should I go to this one? Has 3 of them. It's like probably 2 extra jumps. I don't know if I make it back with a full load. Yeah, I don't know if I would make it back. Let's go with Concordia. It's closer. More reliable. Won't have them all, but like at least it's gonna make sure I'm actually able to make it back. Can you briefly, hey Nova, can you briefly describe the money making with AX you referred before as pretty lucrative? How does the process look like? So it's, I mean, the most institutional version of that is what we call Finance Fridays, which is on Fridays afternoons, US, evenings, Europe, up until when there's people. The Anti-Casino Initiative had organized groups of people that would get together and fight at anti-casino combat zones in the California Nebula, which is the only place that still has anti-casino combat zones kind of anywhere. Let me destroy all this junk that we took care of. At anti-casino combat zones, you have multiple waves of initially scouts, but then interceptors, all the way to 2 Hydras in high anti-casino combat zones, because there's no very high very high used to have, well, still had 2 Hydras. I think some scenarios, like some port invasions, had 3 Hydras, but in terms of space anti-casino combat zones, the most you always had was 2 Hydras at the end. And basically everybody participates in destroying all the interceptors and scouts, in addition to getting money from the scenario reward, which is, I think, is 50 million per cycle or something like that. Someone keep me honest. And if you have a large group, you can do it very, very, very quickly. I mean, this is a bit of an extreme example, which I'm about to post here in the chat, but it's to kind of give you an idea of what an organized group can do. This is the Casino Strike Force against 2 Hydras at an anti-casino combat zone. I mean, if you watch this video, you will see what I mean. And what that video shows you is 80 million in bonds, 40 from each Hydra, plus 50 from the completion of the zone. That's 210 million that you see in that video of bonds. So yeah, it's pretty good. Sock Malone, I do need hauling done, and my carrier is up with orders up. Did you fill it up already? Or because my carrier needs filling and has some good money orders up and running. Yeah, Gustavo, you're probably right. No, Shinrada was not the only XCZ where free Hydra spawned in a wave. All CZs that happened at large stations spawned free Hydras in a wave. All large station CZs behave that way. Shinrada just happened to be one of the large station CZs. There's a place you can see all the FCs that need material for system colonization. Well, you can look just on Inara. Inara has Inara treats fleet carriers as stations, so you can use Inara just like you would use for any other station. In fact, if you order by profit, you will most likely than not find carriers at the top of the list because people are offering really good money for commodities. And people also usually park their carriers right next to the station where you would load them to make it really easy for you. So it's a really short trip. It's like You know, go from station to carrier nearby and back and forth, but very, very quickly. So I'm in Concordia. Where am I going in Concordia? I'm going to somewhere. Stillman Hub. That's where I'm going. Yeah, I mean, large station XCZs have always been very buggy. Not least of which they had the spinning Hydra bug when anybody went to dock, which was, depending on how you feel about it, either incredibly annoying or very funny. We actually, you know, made that reference to it in the song about the defense of Shinra Desra in the Go to Mechan album, where we say triple threat in view. What triple threat is the triple hydras. Spin if you will, it won't save you. And that's a reference to the hydra spinning away out of range when commanders went to dock. I mean, a lot of the songs from Go to Mechan are references to inside experiences of anti-Xeno commanders during either the Battle of Sol or the Battle of Shinrata Desra or their general experience with somehow I made it through. I would not have guessed. I would not have guessed that I would have made it through.
Tango Romeo Alpha, please submit a landing request on approach, Commander. Access granted. Cleared to land at docking bay 2-5. Automated docking initiated.
What's the location? My carrier is parked in KH something. Base system, not that. I'm actually going to look it up. Carrier, where are you? KP blah blah blah. I cannot pronounce this name. I'm not gonna even try. But I'm gonna copy and paste the system name in here. Would you recommend building a satellite next after the first quarterly? Well, it depends on what you want to build. The satellite is necessary for tourist settlements. So if you want to go with a tourist economy, then yes. Also, if you do that, make sure that you build the first satellite on the list, because the others do not satisfy the requirement for tourist settlements. There's a bug, or it's otherwise dependencies are broken in that way. So again, something to consider. So, but if you're not building a tourist settlement, then I would not. I wouldn't necessarily go with satellites. Are they necessary for spaceports too? I can't remember. They might be. But yeah, they're definitely required for tourist settlements. I have spent a lot of time doing PvP, but I've never tried AX before. I mean, if you spend a lot of time doing PvP, I think AX will come kind of natural to you, because a lot of the skills you learn in PvP are actually very transferable to AX. For example, flight assist off combat. For example, aiming fixed weapons. If you're used to rails, which are not uncommonly used in PvP, Guardian Gauss is very, very similar to shooting rails. So I think that skill is kind of very naturally translatable. Also, the concept of orbit and sort of like managing range and range control that you develop in PvP is pretty core to the technique known as cold orbiting, which forms the core of a curriculum, if you want, of combat for anti-Xeno. So lots of PvP pilots who try their hands on AX find themselves quickly at home. What was a material trader here? I wonder what they trade. Data. Do I need to trade any data? Not really. High tech. So what are we buying here? We need to buy. Well, first we need to. I think. Did I take a new screenshot of my stuff? No. First we need to take a new screenshot of our stuff. The Hermes. Good. Yeah, it's a very weird bug, the satellite bug. I actually have 2 satellites. I think this is one and this is the other, or something like that. I found out the hard way. I built the first satellite, I picked the third from the list, and still the tourist segment didn't show the requirement as met. And so I was like, what the heck? I mean, I'm using this whole Minmus system as like a playground experimentation before we kind of get serious about building our main system in the Pleiades. Because again, you got to try and learn these things. And unfortunately, there's no undo button, as I also mentioned today, which means you don't really want to experiment in the system. You want to ultimately sort of, you know, make it your home, or whatever you want to call it. All right, I managed to finally get here. Gosh, this is so painful and ridiculous, and I have to take photos on this phone, all this thing, but it is what it is. All right, let's see what we got and what we need to buy. So HE suits, you promised me HE suits, right? There you are. I need, how many of these? 30. What else did you promise me? You promised me structural regulators. Yes, good. 150 of these. What else? Emergency power cells? Not here, right? No. Ceramic composites? No. Evacuation shelter? I don't think I need anymore. Reducing lichen? Is that here? Yes. This is something we need a lot of. 311. Emergency power cells we don't have. Ceramic composites we don't have. At least I don't think. Structural regulators, aluminum, metals we don't have. I think this is it. We're 2/3 full. It's like, how much do I have? Emergency power cells, 154, and HE suits. Let me see if I can find a system that has those two in reasonable quantities. Kepler City does seem to have quite a bit. It is not that close, but 160. This is a place that was kind of probably too far to reach. Do I want to go there or not? This place, Stillman Hub, we kind of proved that they kind of have none. Tartarus Point. This is close enough and almost reach. Let's try this one. Alright, let's go for this one. It's not that close. 3 jumps away. It's kind of sideways almost from. But fine. Let's get out of here.
Ship uncoupled. You are a go for departure.
Does that seem to happen only to asteroid bases, Gustavo? No, I think it happens just about anything, in space at least. When I build an asteroid base, it will not show in the system map. It won't take one of my builds allowed, but it will take 3 tier 2 points. Collection sites only appears next day. Not sure I'm 100% tracking what you're saying, Gustavo. I apologize, but I think all of my space things have the same issue that I talked about in the video. It's not limited to asteroid bases, or at least it wasn't for me. At least it wasn't until today. I haven't tried building something space today, so I can't say that today. To haul large amounts of cargo, the Imperial Cutter wins hands down. It's not even a contest, to be honest. Not even a contest. It is far, far, far better than the Type 9. In fact, I think we made an image that talks about the different ships that we want to use in our colonization guide, which we started working on and then got sidetracked with this little project for the feedback for the beta. But I can show you the image. I don't think have I not shown you the image? I thought I had shown you the image. I guess I'll show you again. Or if, some people might have seen it already. If you've seen it already, bear with me. But since the question has come up, and since we're just kind of like going back and forth on, oh wow, it's a bit big of an image. Let's see if we can make it kind of actually fit the screen. Transform, fit the screen. There it is. This is the summary, and I'm kind of covering it with myself, so I'm gonna eliminate myself so you can actually see the screen. This is the summary of trading ships in terms of options, or good options for trail grinding, and I mean, each one of the three works at the end of the day. It's just a matter of like, what trade-offs do you want to live with? I mean, the cutter is the best, probably, but it's locked behind the Imperial rank grind, and that's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. The Type 9 is a great all-rounder, but it's a lot slower and jumps a lot less than the cutter. And the Type 8 is a lot more fun to fly, handles incredibly better, but has roughly half the cargo space. So you will have to do twice as many trips to haul the same amount of cargo. So yeah, that's really the kind of like option space that you have. You're saying the cutter is fun to fly? Well, I think we have slightly different definition of what fun to fly is. I would not call the cutter fun to fly, but if it's fun to you, that's great. What is the current meta ship for AX? Now, that's an interesting question. I can send you to a couple of videos to answer that question. Actually, I can send you to a whole playlist. I think I have a playlist somewhere that will let you answer. Yes, I found it. How do I copy this playlist? Share. Copy. I'll point you to a playlist that will answer your question. And compared to a Type 9, well, compared to I don't know if I would necessarily compare a Type 9. If I was to compare it to a Type 9, yes, then sure, the cutter is better than the Type 9 to fly, and even in less than a pain, but it's still a pain. It's just less of a pain. I wouldn't say it's fun, because the T9 makes you want to scream in agony, right? I would say this one makes you want to scream in agony a little less, but it's still not great.
Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 39er.
Using a cutter as a hauler feels a bit like using a Bentley as a tractor. Well, I don't know. The cutter, to me, has always been like a hauler first and foremost. That can be refitted to be a miner. It's actually a very good miner. And I mean, as a combat ship, the cutter, I mean, it has such a bad reputation, by the way. It's like showing up for combat in a cutter, I don't know, it's a bad look almost, like, in my mind. I mean, it's almost like an automatic bad look. It screams, I am not good at this, and I'm trying to have a ship that carries me. And it probably won't, by the way. With very few exceptions. Like if I see Muku in a carrier speed running a Hydra, I might head off, all my respect in the world, but he's on another level doing that. That's kind of the exception that confirms the rule, kind of. Alright, what did we... Oh, this Minmus Box Spaniel. Where's a rare commodity that I've never heard. I've never heard. Have you ever heard of a Minmus Box Spaniel? Let's see what we got here. So we need ceramic composites, emergency power cells. That's what we came for, right? Where are emergency power cells? You promised me emergency power cells. Or did we come for something else? What did we come for here? What did... HE suits. HE suits. Never mind. Wrong thing. HE suits. Where are HE suits? HE suits. Oh, there you are. I have them already. Why did I come here for these if I have them already? Are there ceramic composites or something else I can buy? Absolutely nothing? Oh man, this is a wasted trip. I feel dumb now. So, let me actually update the search with what I need to pick up. I need emergency power cells. I don't need HE suits. And I need ceramic composites. Actually go just for emergency power sets because like there's nothing around here. This one has a good supply. A bit far from the destination, but maybe we can make it. Chadwick port. I don't know if I have 160 light years range in the tank though. I don't think I do. Not laden. Not laden. I need to go and pick up those and head back. First, how much cargo space do I have? Yeah, no, I got 2/3. I gotta turn this in. Also, because I think this is already gonna be 5 or 6 jumps, so... Well, 3 jumps. No, it's not that far, actually. Alright, well... Come on. Your stream died. Going for food. Back in a bit. We'll stream later tonight. I think I'll be streaming up to when I complete this station, and then I'm gonna call it a wrap. If you're up and streaming, I'm happy to. By the way, I'm still displaying the stupid image, so I should probably take this down. How do I do that? Down. There you go. So if you're still streaming, I will update the redirect and wrap up when I do wrap up, which is in a few more cargo loads, because like I don't know how many cargo loads I have left, but not that many, I think. I don't think I have it in me to actually put up the... I might put down the refinery hub, but I don't have it in me to kind of do a refinery hub tonight. And nobody here helped me. They left me to haul all by myself. I thought I had friends on the stream, but nobody came to save me from the hauling. What sort of economy are you going for? You have extraction and high-tech systems around in mind, so I should go for refinery industrial. Yeah, be good. Fine. I mean, I think extraction refinery is good. Refinery industrial is good. High tech and military is good. Tourist and agriculture is good. I guess it really depends what you want to do. So there's no set rule what you have to do. It's like whatever you fancy, really. What is on the satellites that require a med-sized landing pad? I'm not sure what you mean, but if you're talking about what settlements have satellites as a prerequisite, I can tell you that tourist settlements have satellites as a prerequisite as a fact. I don't know if there are others. There might be others. So for, anyway, this system, I think we're kind of going towards extraction and refinery with the Minmus system. Extraction of ice cream and refinery of ice cream, I guess. But for the zoo down in the Pleiades, we will go for high tech and military, I believe. We're still talking about it, so it's not official or anything, but I think we'll go for high tech and military. Refineries on the surface, you mean refinery hub? Require, again, I'm going too fast. Dodge the planet. I think military space outpost requires something like a relay station or something like that. Or military outpost on the ground, so it requires a relay station or something like that. I know relay stations are a requirement for something. I think it was military settlements, but I may be wrong. Again, we really need to put that infographic together that talks about all the dependencies and stuff, but again, there's just been so much going on that we haven't gotten to it. Aaron hasn't gotten to it. Well, he was helping us last night, so we shouldn't kind of make fun of him. Yes, he's been nothing but kind. Again, I gotta stop going too fast. Military stations require a relay station. Yeah, so I knew something did. Thank you for clarifying that, Radioactive. Yeah, the Autodoc is struggling right now. What the criminal type station facilities imply, I have no idea, Saku 303. Like, I think what they do is they increase wealth, but they decrease security, so you end up with a kind of very rich system that is very insecure, if I recall correctly. And you'd have things like smugglers on the stations and stuff like that. And a bunch of like illegals otherwise elsewhere, things like slaves and battle weapons and narcotics and stuff like that. That's what I would imagine it is, but again, I don't know for a fact. I'm speculating. I didn't do anything with pirate type systems. I should build a pirate system at some point just to see what it looks like. But again, not a project for any time soon. Yeah, Radioactive, we are fleshing it out. We are doing it. We've gathered most of the data, and Aaron was starting to play with Adobe Illustrator. He made a bunch of icons, but we haven't done the flow just yet. I think it would be a really cool infographic once it's done. In fact, it's something that I want to have before we actually do the colonization guide video, because it's so freaking hard to explain a lot of these things without that infographic. And that infographic helps so much with dependencies and the concept of tier 2 and tier 3 build points and the super weird Space station is a dependency for ground station, which is a dependency of space station, which is a dependency of tier 3 things, which is just so freaking convoluted that, like, yeah, scratch head. That's pretty cool, Jacqueline. Should wave at Minmus. At the... Alright, ceramic composite, emergency power cells, aluminum. Someone delivered steel, I think. Someone was very kind. So thank you to whoever did that. Now we gotta go pick up emergency power cells, which are freaking far away, but there is no other place to pick them up, so this is where we gotta go. The good thing is, if we come back just with those, we should have enough range to get to a place where we can pick up some of the remaining stuff, like ceramic composites. And that would make actual sense. We should be rising on the horizon soon. And we are good to jump. To Beleda. Connection lines not make you crazy. Which connection lines? All right. Let's see. Someone just put together a... Whoa, no. Ah, dang. Can I jump? No, I can't jump. Oh, this is so annoying. And Atlas Rand just sent me a spreadsheet of someone who actually put together the data for colonization, which again is nice. It doesn't quite scratch the exact itch of what we're doing with regards to stuff, but it's actually pretty well done. Actually posted into a separate chat where we're kind of discussing stuff as a group. I have too many chats open. Data. Alright. Destination obscured. We gotta skedaddle, get out of here. By the way, I need to pick up a shutdown field neutralizer for the ship, because whenever I'm hopping around the Pleiades, I keep getting intercepted and shut down by, hyperdicted and shut down by interceptors. Alright, let's see. Finally, that's our destination. I might actually jump and sink, get there faster. Alright, and here we are. Let's see. Chadwick Port. Ah, no, it kind of locked me out here. Annoying. Let's see if I can edit this. I think Atlas Ryan has a different stream now. Edit this. I don't know if this works. Gal map, bottom left is pretty option. Turn off system connectors. I mean in the options here. System connectors. Oh, the arrow things. Yeah, I mean that's fine. It tells you like where you can jump. I usually find them handy, but you know, whatever. If it annoys you, I will turn them off because we don't want to annoy you. We never would want to do that. Alright, here we are.
Tango, Romeo, Alpha, please comply with access protocols before commencing docking procedures. Approval granted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 17.
That's okay. I don't particularly mind them one way or another. I do agree that the star map looks cleaner without. I do also find them somewhat useful in terms of like range and knowing where I can jump with roughly how much fuel. So, but again, it's not like make or break. What else do I need to pick up? Ceramic composites somewhere, right? And let's actually take another screenshot of our stuff. I think I got the emergency power cells now. Well, I've got them here, and then I'll need ceramic composites and aluminum. I might be able to do this in a single run, in fact. In fact, I think I have enough cargo to do it in a single run. Let's see how much stuff I can pick up here.
Touchdown. Deactivating docking systems. Enjoy your stay with us.
High tech. Emergency power cells. Finally. Decent amount. Whoa, my phone is falling. 154. Do we have ceramic composites? Tell me you have ceramic composites. You don't have ceramic composites. But you have aluminum, which is the other thing I wanted, which is 321. And then you got a lot of cool things, but not things I need. Polymer semiconductors. That's sad that you don't have. But you don't have ceramic composites. Dang. Alright, let's go pick up ceramic composites somewhere. all, is this all planetary? Is there only planetary sources of ceramic composites, it seems? Like Conte, Depot, and Farney. I guess that's where we're going. I thought ceramic composites are available also like at stations. Let me double check. No, we're not. Ceramic composites are available only at planetary stations, it seems. That's why I haven't been finding any. That explains why I couldn't find them. Alright.
Confirmed. Take care when leaving station.
Let's head down here. 4 jumps. We're good. Hey Hibiki. Lots of hauling. I'm building an extraction medium settlement in preparation of building an refinery hub, which is what I will plop down before. Stop killing me, autopilot. And we can talk to a lot about like the video I put out today on like feedback for the beta team. Things that work, things that don't work, things, bugs that exist, bugs that are presumed,
Clear for safe travels, Commander.
all that kind of stuff. Where am I going again? Tain's progress. Tain's progress. For 112 tons of ceramic composite. I mean, if the time is 40 minutes, you don't need to use the trick, right? Because it means slots are available. It's just not a lot, but they're available. Only when time get to 1 hour 15 minutes, which means no slots are available, do you need to use the trick. Yeah, possibly. That's what we're wondering, right? Did they also gobble time slots or not? I mean, it's a combination of things. Like, colonization carriers might have gobbled slots. They might have not. But people jumping around, colonizing new systems, and then using carriers to build outposts, racing to whatever place they were going, was also a factor. Now, that colonization has been put on hold. Nobody's building new outposts to go anywhere. People might still be building up their systems, but everybody that was kind of trying to build a bridge to Colonia or wherever is no longer doing that. So, it's like, am I in Aero Tower? Oh no, that's the next jump. I was like, there's nothing here. I'm like, can't be in the right system. In fact, I'm not in the right system. I have a heatsink going, and look at my heat. Scott, the trick is, if you are at the point where you're getting no time slots for your carriers to jump, time slots are released every minute on the 00 timer, in-game timer. So if you wait until the minute ticks over in-game, until the game clock says whatever minute 00 seconds, and you request a time slot at 00 seconds, you will generally get a time slot. Where are we going again? Team's progress here. It's just a little trick. And again, since we don't have a lot of green names right now in the chat, I will remind anyone who's here and who's potentially willing that you can support a streamer that only creates content for Elite Dangerous by becoming a member of this channel, which, by the way, gives you absolutely no benefits whatsoever, except having a green name and a Mechan icon next to your name, which obviously is a fantastic benefit. But I, by design, don't want to gate content around memberships and do any kind of that commercial stuff. I want content to be accessible to all. And as a result, I'm never going to do that kind of commercial stuff. But again, if you want to support me with essentially the cost of a coffee on a monthly coffee, well, not even, because coffee in Manhattan, I wish, was $3 that cost the membership. Half a coffee. Half, 2 sips of coffee, then again, I would definitely very much appreciate it. You renamed your primary station and now you're not able to place buildings. That is odd, Deuce O. As in, are you not the system architect? Well, thank you, Scott. Appreciate your support. Look at him with his green name. And the Mechan bodyguard icon. Yeah, so if you're no longer a system, yeah, you have a new color in your name. Look, with your Mechan bodyguard next to your name. Alright. Proves your support, and I certainly appreciate it. So thank you. Glory to Mankind. Yeah, that's a 1 tier of membership. There's only 1 tier of membership, and it is Glory to Mankind. Alright. What else, right? Alright, how much of this stuff do we need to buy? 112 ceramic composites. And then let's set a course for our destination base. We're actually pretty close. Yeah, right. Very special perks. $3, I think. $3, $2.99. Right.
You're on the deck, deactivating docking systems. It's good to have you with us.
How many members do I need for a currywurst in Manhattan? It's a good question. I actually want to check it out right now. Currywurst. Like, there's a like, what's it called? There's a beer garden in the Standard Hotel downtown, which makes pretty mean currywurst. Standard line. All right, let's see. Does that have a price upcoming about blah blah blah? Menus. View food and cocktail menu. So this is the Essen and Trinken menu. All right. So here's the answer. Let me actually share it with you guys, since you asked this very important question. How do I do that? Acrobat, Essen and Trinken. All right, here you go. All right, does this work? Yep. All right, here we go. Let me actually zoom in some more because otherwise it's impossible to see anything. How do I even zoom in Acrobat? Should kind of figure out how to zoom in, but none of it. Oh, there you go. These are drinks. Flaschen on blah blah blah. Essen. Brotzeit. Standard Bratwurst. Currywurst. $12. So I need 4 members for 1 currywurst in New York. How depressing is that? That's super depressing. The prices in this city are absurd. Back to buying CMMs. What we know, ceramic composites. What we're buying. How many? 112. All right, bye. Auto launch. I think we have everything. I think we can go back here and finish this one thing and plot down the next one. But this will be it. I think we're done. And then I will send you over to Atlas Rand's channel, who I think by now is streaming again. We'll try this new live redirect, which is the YouTube equivalent of a raid, and see if we can raid his channel. It's either gonna work or it's gonna fail catastrophically and you can all laugh at me. I think one of the two are the options. You guys are making me hungry with all this talk of food and actually looking at the currywurst menu. Now actually I really want currywurst. Gotta figure out some occasion to go and eat some currywurst. Gotta find 3 more members in order to be able to pay for a currywurst, but I will see what we can do. Alright, this is our destination. Oh, that was you, Tom Leaps, then. Thank you. Like, I really appreciate it. I was wondering, like, who's dropped off steel at my colony? It's actually very nice, very much appreciated. I think we got everything on board to finish this now. Well, somebody got mine. I think it should tell once we build it, it should tell who contributed to the build, right? I think. Might coming in a bit too fast here. As in a lot too fast. Get closer before we drop. Go a lot faster this way than in glide. Glide limits you to 2.5 kilometers per second. All right. In the meanwhile, let's see where would we go and place our industry hub. I guess in the system next door, like this one. Mine, refinery. Yeah, around here, why not? When we build the industry hub, we will also have 6 points to put down a tier 3 station if we want. But I'm only doing it if a lot of you guys promise to help building it, because I am not building a tier 3 station alone. Ain't happening. Alright. I'll pull my weight, but only if there's a group that says let's build it. Alright, let's do this. Boom. And brewer. Build in the future. Seen the screen a few times. Confirm. Part and return later. We are about to do just that. Do I think they'll change the T3 cost? No idea. I mean, look, they're very data driven, so I think it will have something to do with what the data will tell them. My hunch is, I may be wrong, but my hunch is they're very proud of their 8,000 like colonized systems. Of those, let's say 3,000 are outposts, 2,000 are core release, and 1,000 are Ocellus or tier 3 stations. I'm willing to bet that... What happened? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Did the crater disappear? Or am I gone blind? Or is the crater... No, crater is in the opposite direction. Is this? Yeah, it's in the opposite direction. I have gone blind. No, it's a sweet font, Tom Leaps. I don't know how you buy someone a star, but the font is certainly nice. Alright, let's look at the... landing arrival. Pretty fancy. Look at that. Landing pad came out really nice, huh? On the corner. That's really nice. Alright, screenshots taken. Let's see if this tells you who contributed. Does it tell you who contributed? Core and influence, happy, happy, happy. There you go. Top 5 contributors. System architect. Penguin Pop Productions delivered 752 units. So thank you, Penguin Pop Production. And Corgi Derp, Topology, and Kowalski contributed another 375. And then Gar Colasso contributed almost 2,300. That's amazing. How does this make any sense? Top 5 contributors, all commanders. And the top 2 are not in the top 5. How does this make any sense? Guys, am I reading this right? Am I like... There's 4 Mandalays came here, by the way. Huh, cool. On type 8, on type 9. But how does this make sense? Top 5 contributors, All commanders. And this is just doesn't compute. Whatever. I give up on trying to understand the logic or lack of logic. The top one is system. The bottom one is station. Oh, okay. Really? Top 5%. Yeah, I'm still not sure it computes. It still doesn't compute. I mean, you guys can try to explain to me, because either I'm kind of silly down board, something isn't working as intended. I may be silly down. I'm not ruling that out. Alright, let's go find a spot for our refinery hub. Maybe, but I don't know. There was a number 2 there too. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure how to read that. I confess. Whoa, that was a bit too much. My fleet carrier's name is XSF Noah, if you're asking me. So, it's not just me, Ezra, see? Somebody else is saying that the overall is wrong in their system. I'm not hallucinating. It's good to know. At least not this time. At least not for once. I also want to take some screenshots once I'm at the planet of some facilities, because like there's some stuff I want to check. Oh well, this colonization construction thing might actually do a trick. Let's find a nice spot on this planet. Where would you put a refinery? Thanks, Tom Leaps. Have a good night. There's some brownie things there, which kind of look semi-interesting. Like, only features so far of interest on this planet. And why is this planet looks fairly uninteresting? There's some rust kind of there. Maybe we position the refinery inside the rust thingy. Like over here inside the rust. Or in one of these weird outposts, weird constructions. Oop, too fast, wow. Was I really going too fast? I think a refinery can go into like this river rust, at the center of this river rust thingy. That looks like a fine spot for a refinery. Does this update and actually show me 9 things constructed or no? Hope so. Yes, at least this updated. I mean, it's still not giving me credit for 2 of the space installations, but whatever. At least when I build this hub, we'll be able to check the credit discount per market or whatever that means. DSS to planet, yeah. I should have a DSS on my cutter, which I don't. Plus, I just like to eyeball it, kind of thing. This looks pretty cool, like this kind of river-like feature with this rust in the middle. Like, this looks like a cool spot for a refinery, like a gritty refinery, like with mountains in the back. I don't know, I like it. This spot. is it. I feel this is a spot. So hub. I can build them all, by the way. Right now I have all dependencies met in the system, which is nice. Except for tier 3 port, because I don't have the points yet. But that's gonna be solved once we sort out the refinery hub. There's only one option, by the way. Standard of living keeps going down. Like, man. Okay. Fine. Security as well. This is really the only thing that does refinery stuff, huh? I guess this is it. So let's place it. Where would it place it? Should we place it on the kind of edge of this river crater thingy? I think so. Maybe kind of midway, halfway in, halfway out. I mean, you said hubs, but it's not even hubs. It's like, there's only one hub. One option. This is it. It's like, this is it. Alright, let's place it here. Nice and gritty. Selenus. Depart and come back. You can't land it then. How do you actually construct stuff there? I hope you can land at the construction site. This is doing the bug where it doesn't show yet. I think so. That's relog. I'm being too fast. I should do a power group or whatever. No landing pads were completed. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you can't even interact with it whatsoever. All right. That makes it even less interesting. Ah. All right, here it is. Priority construction site. Lockhart Constructions. Just gonna look at how it looks. And then if anybody else wants to play Santa and deliver things at this thing, so we can check tomorrow, like how how the discount works, and maybe even plop down a tier 3 station. That would be nice. And Aldous is back, and I am about to wrap up here and raid him if I figure where his link is at. Customization, redirect, select videos from our channels. I have a video of a cutter flying out of a Coriolis for you, Atlas. Hopefully that's the right one. I'm about to also crash my cutter into the ground, but I kind of hopefully maybe can boost and survive. Barely. With main thrusters, I managed to survive, barely. I made it. I'm alive. I have no idea how I survived, but I survived. So hopefully that's the right stream, but I'm gonna send people to if I don't. Actually, let me try and click it before I kind of go to like wrong spot. Atlas. It's a different stream. Thank goodness I checked. I was gonna send you all guys to a dead stream. That would not have been fun. Oh, there we go. I found it. Alright, I managed to update it. Alright, so we are here. Let's have a look around this construction side of this hub. This is kind of uninteresting, I want to say. The location is pretty cool for our, an industrial site, I guess. It kind of meets the part of like a rust belt of some kind, which is nice. Let's see what we even need to build this thing. And we need more stuff than the others, but not a crazy amount. Well, that's cool. All right, folks, if you can help build it tonight, that would be fantastic. If not, we'll pick it up back tomorrow and see where we can actually get some refining going in the system, which would be nice. And then after this is done, we have 6 construction points of tier 3, and we can possibly start on our tier 3 station. All right, folks, time to go visit Altasrand. Let's see how this raid works in YouTube. Let's do it.